Hello. Hey guys, welcome. Welcome. Well, yes. So let's get started. Sorry for slightly late start, but I don't know how many people are here quite yet, so not exactly late if there's nobody waiting. Welcome in anyway. Okay, that's that. Oh, that's. Is that always backwards? Let's see, I wanna change some things. I think I had a little one of the reasons, main reason, the only reason. Oh no, we don't want that. That's the wrong thing. Bear with me a second here, guys. I was having some camera trouble. Here we go. Ta-da! There we go. That should be good now. Okay. Phew. Sorry about that. Yeah, the camera was like, I don't know, something was not working, but now it seems to be. So let's get into it. This is the Ling Yao from Shout. Not exactly sure how that should be pronounced, but that's how I'm gonna call it. That box art is awesome. Can you see the box art behind me? Yes. I showed it before. It's premium finished grade. It's one of those that has like two box arts. So it's got vertical art this way, and I'm going like that. Let me switch here so you guys can see a bit better. There you go, like that. And on the other side, it's horizontal, like this, which is also pretty cool. So I think this is supposed to be the front, basically, but it's kind of, or maybe not. Maybe this is supposed to be the front, I guess. Either way, pretty cool. And you got like more pictures and stuff on the sides, all like that. So yeah, it's really cool. Let's see. All right. Revan, another Chinese model kit. Yes, because yeah, I've been just getting these samples. But the other day, what was it? Last week, I built two different versions of the Scope Dog, which were both Japanese kits. So I mean, I try to keep it well mixed up. Let's get into the build here. So the build of this one's interesting. It kind of goes in order, so you build like the frame, and then you build the armor on the frame, and then you build like the kind of armor cloak that it has that then can go on top of that as well. So it's pretty interesting. Okay. And because of this manual being like horizontal, it's going to be kind of harder to put here, I think. But I'm going to try it. Good morning from Las Vegas. I saw a live build on this just the other day, but it was in Korean. I didn't know what the guy was saying. Oh, I wonder if that's... So there was someone on one of my streams once before who was... I'm trying to get my manual to stay here. There was someone on one of my streams who was watching who was Korean and was saying that he also has been getting like these like sample kits from China as well. So I'm wondering if that's maybe who you saw. I forget the name, and even if you told me, it might not necessarily like ring a bell. But it's very likely that's who we're talking about. All right. Let's see. This is 100. This is 100, but it's huge. I think, like the Nether Emperor size. The Nether Emperor, I mean, was big, but like it wasn't. I mean, I wouldn't say it was huge. The Nether Emperor, anyway. It seemed, I mean, it seemed to me, maybe I'm wrong, but it seemed to me like it was pretty standard, like 1/100 scale size, maybe slightly larger than like your average Gundam, but not by much necessarily. So anyway, on the note of like the build order for this, so even though we're supposed to build, like just going through the manual, you build the frame first and then you come back and put the armor on later. I, of course, am not going to be doing that. I'm going to be kind of doing everything all at once. Well, sort of. Going to build the frame and then put the armor on. As far as like the extra armor, hang on. Like the armor cloak kind of thing that it's got. That one I'll put on separately. Pretty sure that's right on there. There's kind of a little bit of a gap, so I'm not sure if that's correct. I think it seems like that should go down a bit more on there, but maybe not. Is that supposed to have that gap in there like that? I guess so. Okay. It was Gunpla Lab. Oh, of course I know Gunpla Lab. You guys know that? Gunpla Lab. You guys know that we're friends. So anyway, pretty cool, pretty interesting looking kit here for this one. When it was first announced, I was pretty excited about it. So it's cool to be able to get an early sample of this one. I've had it for like a few weeks now. I mean, it's taken me a little while to get to it, just between everything else. But I have been looking forward to it. An odd thing to note about the instruction manual, so like the manual is all in color, but for some reason, some of the parts are not shown in color. It's weird. And I'll show you what I mean. Hang on. Okay. Get in there, you. All right, here, that's what I mean. Let me show you. Sorry about that. It's like half in color. It's strange. So, like the parts as you're putting them together are not shown in color, but then for the completed assembly, so like in step one here we're putting these parts together, and then when that part that's completed shows up here in the next step, then it's in color. And this part that goes on there is just shown in black and white, but that's actually a clear purple part. And then like when we actually see that on there again, like in this later step, you can see that in purple. So it's kind of weird. I don't really understand why. I don't think that really makes it kind of any easier or clearer or anything to put the parts together in that way. But, sorry. There you go. I don't know. It's interesting. Debating if I want to do the partial clear. Yeah, I should also mention that it does come with some clear armor. Not for the entirety of the armor, but it's about half of the armor maybe that you can make in clear. It's pretty cool. I won't be using that just for like review purposes, but just so that you guys are aware. Okay, this got a couple of these like parts here that are bagged separately. This because they have like some pre-painting on them. So this is one of them here for the face. Oh, and we're supposed to put some stickers on here. Let's see. So I suppose we will. Not going to put any like water slide decals on it at the moment, but I'll put on some stickers, sure. 18 and 19. 18 goes here like that on the back side. Sorry, try to stay on camera here. And 19 here. Guessing we're, it's like just these little pegs sticking up here, but I'm guessing we're putting those stickers on before putting like other parts on top of there. I will say it, yeah, the whole thing that I was just talking about like the parts not being shown in color in the instructions, it's not ideal because it keeps throwing me off, and I'm guessing this is going to be an issue like throughout. I keep looking at it thinking like, okay, it looks like all the parts that you're putting on just look like white parts, but they're not white. So there's stickers for the cameras and the eyes. Would you have clear parts for? I'm gonna go ahead and just put the stickers on anyway, just because those clear parts are pretty dark. And these stickers are just gonna be so much brighter for the eyes and the head cameras. If we're putting them on, might as well put them all on. That's that. And stickers 1 and 2 here for the head cameras. Real tiny one, this one. We'll get those on. Oh, I thought I might want to opt to use that, but I think not. Q-tip, but maybe no Q-tip. That's good. There's a little kind of hair stuck on there now from the Q-tip. All right, come off there. Here. All right, got it. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm feeling like this might take a second. So I guess that's all. And that might be it for the head for now. But like I said, then we're going to skip ahead on the head here. So yeah, this part is going on the back. Kind of odd looking that the head almost, well, I guess maybe not. I was gonna say almost looks like it's kind of like a Reborn's Gundam style sort of head, where it kind of looks like a head from both the front and the back. I guess not really all that much. It did, like for a second there, I thought maybe so, but no, never mind. Excuse me. Interesting armor pieces on here too. like feeling like, okay, there we go. Like some of this armor like fits on, but it's not like perfectly flush against the parts, which is fine if that's how it's supposed to be, but and it does seem like that's how it's supposed to be. So it's gonna give, there's another nub that I missed here. It's gonna kind of give the appearance of, well, I guess armor that's not flush against the parts. There's not really any other way to say it, I guess. Yeah. Some really little parts in here to get in. Oh, and that just popped right off. Some of these parts are challenging for my big fingers. Fortunately, when that piece popped off and went flying, it didn't fly across the room. It literally landed like right back down, right in front of me. A lot of small parts in that. Yes. Yeah, definitely. A lot of small parts and quite the interesting bit of construction here. Let's see. I think that's kind of, I mean, we're kind of just starting to see that with, I think that's going to be the case throughout the build, that the construction is going to be rather unique. Just because, I mean, it's a unique design, but on top of that, I mean, I can tell just from cutting out all the parts and everything so far that yeah, it's gonna be kind of different. So this is the last bit. I want to, after I get this last bit on here, I'll show you guys kind of a close-up view of this head, because it's quite interesting here. So I did put the stickers on the head cameras and the eyes. Then you've got the gold parts there, and these kind of wrap around. Those are stickers there, red parts at the back. I'm sure there's a sticker probably for that back camera too that I probably missed. Maybe? Let me check the manual one more time. Back to the front here real quick, hang on. Nope, apparently not. Okay. So that's it then. For that, we're on to the torso then. So yeah, pretty cool so far. It does look pretty nice. Yeah, it is really interesting so far. So far so good. God, there's like so many weapons parts. I had to stick some weapons parts in some different parts of my divider box here. There's a lot of parts like for like the cloak. I guess not like weapons parts, I should say. The weapons part there's actually not like that much of. It's basically just like the swords, and then it's got this kind of like shotgun style, almost sort of looking weapon. You need to hire a construction crew to build them. Yeah, something like that. That's a good question. How do you separate parts in containers? What's the method, best way? So yeah, I just have them separated by section. So like head parts, torso parts, left arm, right arm, waist section, left leg, right leg, backpack, weapons usually. Some of them will kind of like be a little bit different, because like this one, like I said, because of the cloak being kind of a whole separate thing, and that's just kind of all one section of the manual. So I had to kind of separate that a little bit differently. I have like the cloak parts, and they also kind of just didn't really fit into my divider box exactly quite right. So the cloak parts I have separated. Basically like the first batch of parts is all from like the first couple of pages of construction, and the second like batch of parts is from like the later part of the construction for that. Thanks for the sale. You picked up the monument kit. Nice. Yes, I think a lot of people did, which is cool. Nice chance to get that. As for the parts for this one, there was a lot of undergating on a lot of them, and I just found like the process of like all the number removal and everything was quite smooth, I feel like, on this one. So that was nice. There's this piece for the neck. So we're on the torso now, by the way, for these parts. I'll try to what do I want to do? Just like up a little bit. Nice, nice. This is going to be kind of similar to like the last kit, right? I think that we live built here on this channel was the motor nuclear kit, the Lubu, and that had where is that here? Oh, that had like just a lot of layering, as you guys saw if you watched the live build or if you watched the review or anything. I mean, it was just like layers and layers of plastic where we're like putting gold parts on top of clear parts on top of black parts, and etc., etc. So this one's not quite exactly like that, but similar. And that seems like, especially with like the construction of it being based around like building the frame first and then the armor and everything on it. And this is a kind of interesting bit of construction here for in the torso. It also feels like kind of the order that they have, where that was a bit odd. Okay, anyway. I hope that's on there, right? Seems so. Okay. Then this and this. I was at the vet the other day, and I think they had the same music. Really? That's interesting, because I made this music. I'm just kidding. I definitely did not. But it's very possible, David. Okay, so that's which one? Could be this one, I guess. Interesting. I think I see what's going on with this, but let's wait and see. I think it's a kind of cool little bit of engineering, but let me wait and see if I'm right in kind of how this is going to work. I think I see what's going on. All right, then there's not any where'd it go? Any point in the manual. It doesn't look like it shows. Oh, okay. No. Okay, I got it. It's kind of weird. It didn't seem like it showed like where you actually attach this neck part that we just built onto it, but there is. Huh. That's interesting. Since I'm a new builder, what tips do you have? Maybe 3 that you can give if you can. 3 tips. Number 1, take your time. Number 2, be patient. And number 3, take the, like, if you are wanting to do anything other than, excuse me, if you're wanting to get into like anything other than, no, not Siri, relax. Don't even say it, Siri. If you are wanting to get in like to anything other than, oh, come on. I'm trying to keep this part in here correctly, and so I just took it off and then put it back on in the exact same way. If you're trying to get into anything other than just like snap building, you know, take the time to learn some steps. Oh, no. Bastard. I think I did have that part on here wrong or something. Or what in the world? Wait a minute, what did I do wrong? I think I've got these parts on here wrong or something. Hang on. Somewhere I've got something not put together the right way. And we're gonna figure this out. Hang on. So that's like that. No, I swear that that's right. Okay, so this should be in here like that. There's no way that that's not right. Okay, I think I did have it on the wrong way before. I don't know, somehow. It's right now though, so okay, anyway. A perfect example of what I was just talking about, to take your time and why patience is important, because I've talked about this on a stream, another stream recently, saying that like a lot of times when you have problems with kits, you're trying to put a kit together and you're having issues, a lot of times it's just user error. And I mean, it happens to me all the time. I'm just putting something together, just like what you just saw there. Something wasn't feeling right, something didn't seem right, and just a matter of taking it apart again, taking a close look at it, and kind of realizing where you kind of went wrong, and it all worked out. Now it's all good, but sometimes it just takes that extra bit. Just like a couple of parts here on the frame. Like I'm just wanting to make sure everything's all like good and tight as possible. Don't want to be leaving any gaps in here. Pretty cool frame though, for sure. And as I was saying when we were building the head, how like unique the construction felt, definitely feeling that. You can get cheap acrylic mail organizers for runners. The Star Abyss was kick-ass, the best Iron Tours model so far. Yeah, someone was telling me in the comments on that. I just saw a comment yesterday that the Starfall, I think, right? The Starfall is like, so like the Star Abyss is kind of like their take on the Harut. The Starfall is sort of more like the Exia, or not the Exia, but sort of like the Exia anyway. So let's see, Q silver, or that's which parts here? It's not light blue. Oh, you like this? It's not that. Not that. This, what was I saying? Oh, anyway, and so just the person was recommending me the other the other kit, the Starfall, right? Okay, that other part was supposed to click. I didn't hear it click, but that's okay. For how nice the Star Abyss was, yeah, definitely looking forward to checking out some more from that company for sure. Hope they will continue to make more, you know, along those lines. How do you already have this kit? So I got an early sample from the manufacturer directly. Just kind of a thing. But it should be coming out pretty soon. I imagine we'll probably get it in here at USA Gundam Store. I can't, you know, speak for any other store. I have no idea, but at least here, I would imagine it would be coming pretty soon. But I mean, I can't say exactly when. At the moment, we're kind of on this. So I think Adam and I talked about this during the last live stream last Friday. But we're kind of in this period at the moment where like we're not getting a lot of stuff from China, and that's just because of Lunar New Year or Chinese New Year, which was last month. But I mean, the stuff that would have been shipped during that time that was not during that time where nothing was shipping, now is kind of when it would be arriving, kind of, if that makes sense. Even though the holiday was last month, now now we're in the period of where that kind of affects like what we're getting in or not getting in. So we're not getting in a lot of stuff, hardly anything, like from China at the moment, and that's the reason why. 18. But that should be ending pretty soon, so we'll probably start getting a bunch more stuff in pretty soon. But it's good, it kind of gives us some time here to kind of get caught up with everything, both in terms of like the store and like the warehouse and like keeping up with your guys' orders and everything, but then also just like for me as well. It allows me some time to try to be as caught up as possible with some of these stuff before we start getting more and more. All right, man, pretty complex build here so far, as you can see. And then there's another cool thing that they have here in the manual, which I'll show you in just a second. Let me get these other couple of parts on. Here, and there's the other one right here. Here's our torso so far. It's pretty intense. They've got this here in the manual, which is pretty cool. Kind of like what Bandai has for the PGU kits so far. I can't think of any other kits where Bandai has used this, but they have points in the manual where it'll tell you. It's like once you get to this point, it says all the parts from the N1 runner have been removed. So basically just kind of letting you know, just as like a reminder. It's like once you get to that point in the manual, it's like, okay, just a heads up. All the parts should be off of this runner. It kind of allows you to kind of double check. And like if you, for example, if you still had parts on that runner, you might realize like, oops, I missed something somewhere, or yeah, you can toss it. I saw a Korean video from About Hobby on Motor Nuclear for 2026, and oh my god, their lineup. I've not seen what else they have coming out. It's stuff that you're talking about that's like kind of new announcements that we don't already have, like for pre-order kind of thing. I'll check that out, because I don't really know what else is coming out from Motor Nuclear. I just feel like for them, they've just kind of always got stuff coming out. It's kind of hard to keep up with. It's kind of one of those companies that's just always pumping stuff out. That's not it. What is the part that I'm looking for? It's S. Okay, so it's another gold part. Not that one. It's this one. Sheesh. Just doing all the layering of these gold bits on here. I suppose that's right? But why do I have two of these parts that look the same? One goes on the back side, I guess. Right? Yeah, okay. Go ahead and pop that on there. The 144 scale line is already advertised at some places. I'm looking forward to what's coming to the 100 scale general class. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check it out. All right, on the back side, let's see. We've got this guy up here. And then these ones should be small, medium. Or let's see. Wait a minute. Oh no, those are not that. Let's see. These ones here. How are they different? Okay, two have a gap. And then what's different about these two? Okay, one is like that. Okay, so this one's first. I like kind of these backbone sort of armor pieces here. Spinal pieces. And kind of difficult to get up in there. I feel like we should have put these on a previous step. There's those, and then there's gold parts on top of those. At least for these two. Two and two. And then this one at the bottom. All right, I think that's it for that. That's pretty wild. That whole bit there. I want to try out the actual articulation with that here just a second. Let's get these other parts on here real quick. It's pretty cool looking, especially with those parts being in gold. Just kind of really adds to this whole, I don't know, I was going to say kind of like cyborg mecha. That's what it is, right? Kind of vibe. It's really cool looking. Am I missing parts that are supposed to go there? It should be. Oh, okay, no, that's that gold piece that I already put there. Okay, I was like, if you could get it for free, would you build the 1/12 and the 1/24 scale ARC-72 Gundam? Yeah, of course. Of course. So here, check this out. Those back parts there, when you move this, how those separate out like that. That's pretty cool. Will that bend more? Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. Even more. So when you separate that, not only do you have the gold parts, but then you have like the plated gunmetal kind of underneath there as well for those. So that's pretty wild. Yeah, actually a lot, even though this is not going to be like comparable in size to like a perfect grade, there was a lot of like kind of, as I was just kind of preparing everything here, there's a lot of little bits where just parts of the construction or just like the, I don't know, spots along the way of this so far where it was reminding me of a perfect grade. I pointed out that bit there in the manual where it tells you like when the runner is done, and you can, I guess you can throw it away, or you know, it doesn't tell you what to do with it, but whatever you're gonna do with the runner, it tells you when the runners are done. And so there was that bit, and then just like the general like complexity of the construction here, and like the layers of armor, and the fact that you build like the frame first and then you go back and add the armor on and everything. There's a lot of things that are just kind of very kind of perfect grade sort of vibes with this. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, you saw the size of the box and like just how big the box is and how many parts you have in here, how complex it is and everything. And it's, I mean, and for the price, so I think we have it as like $99.99, and that seems like a pretty good deal for everything that you're getting with this one, so that's pretty awesome. All right, so that's it for the frame of the torso, and then the armor of the torso is just these kind of parts here. But there's that. Looks really cool with the plated gold and the plated gunmetal parts there, kind of shining. So, okay, these gonna go here on the top. It's almost a shame to cover it up, but I guess that's why it's really cool that you have that clear armor as well. So you don't have to cover it all up. The clear armor, again, just you have clear armor for about half armor. So yeah, I think that, and it seems to me that there's still going to be quite a bit that's of the frame that's going to be visible. So I'm sure we'll still be able to see a lot of that. But it definitely might be a good idea to try out that clear armor. I think that'll look pretty cool. The color separation on this kit is glorious. Yes, reminds me of RG Ava. Yeah, sort of. But definitely kind of even more complex. I mean, it's larger too. But yeah, I see what you mean. That's there. Haven't had a ton of clear parts yet, but there are a handful of them. I think a lot of the clear parts are in the legs. That's where we'll definitely see the most of them. There's one here anyway. What's that? Yeah, putting this armor on, I can tell you are still going, I mean, you're definitely not going to see as much of the gold and gunmetal plated parts on the inside. You still are seeing a fair amount of that though. I mean, it's still going to be poking through. That, and just kind of like the armor is designed in a way to allow a lot of that to poke through. Especially this like spinal part here at the back. I'm glad they designed the armor in a way that leaves a lot of this exposed here so that you're still going to be able to see a lot of that. That's really cool. That part in particular really would have been a shame to cover that up. All right, I got a couple more bits here that I missed on the chest. That's where these go. Those in there. This is looking pretty cool. So there we go. There's a couple stickers here that I should not forget about, 13 and 14. Tiny little bits, basically to simulate like more of the gold like poking out through the armor, where unfortunately it's not an actual gold piece, but we're just putting like a little triangular little bit of gold sticker on there. Definitely has a very different shine to it, so I think like at a distance it'll just look like more gold shining through, but up close you'll definitely be able to tell the difference between like what's a gold sticker and what's actual gold plated parts. That's fine. Okay. If I can get the sticker off my tweezers here. It's just a really tiny little triangle. That's it there. So, oh, like that. There you can see those little gold triangles there. So I don't know. It's okay. Let's go ahead and put the head on, see how we're looking. Pretty intense so far. Kind of reminds me a bit of the Thor model kit. Okay. That's it for that. Onto the arms. Yeah, if you guys have any other questions about the kit, of course, you feel free to shout it out in the chat. But so far, so good. Usually what a lot of people ask with these kits, but I think it's getting less lately. A lot of people want to know just like how's the fit on them, but I think as we're getting more and more of these like third-party kits like this, and just the quality on them is going up, it's getting better, and like people know now to expect good quality, whereas before it was a little bit of like some were definitely better than others. They weren't all necessarily like really nice, but these days it would be odd, and it would be uncommon if the kit wasn't nice. How are the nubs on the dark colors? I never find nubs on dark colors really to be much of a problem, and so I don't on this one either. But like I said before, a lot of it's undergated as well too, so you kind of have that. So really kind of a non-issue with this, I would say, in my experience with it. Caught me there. Almost put that on upside down. Oh, sticker. Okay, sticker 9. Any other stickers on the arms? No, it doesn't look like it. I think one thing I forgot to do was cut out any, some of the hand parts. I didn't cut out, so I might have to do that. In an effort to not get any of, so most everything I'm pretty comfortable with, like not getting things mixed up, as you know. But with some of the hand parts in particular, I feel like I need to be a little bit more careful, because you can pretty much just like kind of guess and test your way through figuring out where those parts go. But it definitely is easier to just build those kind of in the normal way, not how I typically do. A couple of really tiny parts here in the construction of this elbow joint, which is interesting. It'd be interesting to see how that actually works and why those parts are like that. Oh, so there is something a little bit unique about this one, okay. Top views like that. It would also seem that like significantly less parts in like the arm. Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense, but noticeably less parts in the arm kind of frame than like the torso. The arms, like, I guess there's a good amount here, but a lot of these are just like different hand covers. Like half of the gold parts that you're seeing here are just ones that are just because there's gold parts in the hand covers, which are just swappable hands. So like that eliminates kind of a lot of what you're seeing here. It's also hand part, hand part, hand part, hand part, So it's kind of much less going on here with the arms. How are the nubs on the dark? Okay, on the dark colors. I already read that question, didn't I? T is gold. Yes. Okay. Okay. So it looks like those tiny little parts inside the elbow joint are for these little movable bits here, like this, that are going to move along with that. Very interesting. And then at the back as well, that part will move along with everything here on the inside. Got this here. Check that out. Until we bend the elbow, the gold and gunmetal parts there move along with that. This gold part kind of tucks down into there, into the forearm, and the part of the back kind of stretches out like that. That's really nice. Very cool. All right, so then this part here is to go down like this. Okay, so this goes in at a certain angle and then locks into place, which I like that. I'm always a big fan of locking joints like that. So this part here, the top like connection shoulder part, is going to lock onto the frame of the arm there. So that's good. Got a couple more of these little bits. I think I have a, it looks like, I think this little teeny little part here, which was like part of like what went into the elbow, I think we have an extra one. There's a couple parts for the chest too, like the really, really small parts that we had extras of. Those little bits. Whew. A little bit of gold. A little bit of gunmetal. And then actually gonna repeat that on the back too, it looks like. Well, let's see. Where's that? It's not that one. This one. The front of the forearm there. And then it should be T, which should be this gold part here. Okay. So there is, it felt like before, like when we first started putting these parts together here for the arm, it was kind of feeling like there was not going to be a lot of like gold and gunmetal and everything else like we saw with like the torso, but I take that back. There is actually a fair amount. Have you ever had braces? Braces? Just got Invisalign yesterday. I had braces when I was middle school, I guess, around there. Yeah. Would you rather see an old PG get a revived version, an old non-scale 160 get a PG, or an MS that never got a PG get one? I mean, like, I'm always in favor of something new getting a kit that's just never got a kit before. I mean, I'm sure Just trying to think of what older PG that I would like to see in like a newer updated release. I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. Clenched fist. I'm gonna grab the hand parts here. I think I would have to opt for something that doesn't have a kit to get a kit. And what would that be? That I'm not sure. To 1926. That's all, right? Yeah, okay. For that, for now. Like a PG wing. Oh yeah, I mean the Wing Zero, yeah, would be a good candidate to get like an updated PG. The Wing Zero Custom, I mean. Yeah, but I mean, then again, we have a really nice MG Verka of that. The RG is pretty nice, I think. So we have like kind of other versions of the Wing Zero that people can enjoy, I think. So it doesn't, I mean, doesn't need another PG. Obviously I would like an updated PG Zaku 2, of course, for sure. And yes, there's other nice model kits of the Zaku 2 as well. But that would be cool. There's the, yeah, like I said before, I did not prepare hand parts, these like finger parts ahead of time, just because I knew that they were gonna be parts that I didn't want to get mixed up. That said, it looks like for some reason for like some of the parts that I did cut out, I have like in the wrong spot. Like some of these parts are for the left hand, but I have them with the right hand, etc., etc., etc. Excuse me. Okay. Anyway, never gonna happen. But I want a PG Caliborn. I mean, yeah, it's probably never gonna happen, but you can dream. I'll give it to you. I missed something. When did we add parts to the side of the shoulder? Oh, like kind of right away. I missed that ages ago. Okay. That was supposed to be on there, and then this was supposed to be on here. Missed that. There we go. As we were, there's really not a ton going on with the armor here on the arms. Kind of interesting. Oops. So another little nub here that I missed, looks like. That goes on this side. On the back. here. Huh. That's it for the arms. Very interesting. Check that out. Definitely has a very like cyborg body. Is cyborg right? I feel like that's not right for what I'm trying to say. Oh, what are those? Hang on. W. What's that runner? Should purple. Okay, then no, that's what I have. Wait a second. Oh, it's just these. These hand cover parts here. There we go. It's got these even kind of knuckle bits there. Pretty cool. So we got a bunch of hand parts here. Like I said, the rest of the hands I'll put together later. So there's a bunch of different just fixed pose, swappable hands. It looked like you have about 5 sets. Yeah. There's like closed fists, open resting hands, open outstretched hands, weapon holding hands, and trigger finger weapon holding hands. So got kind of a whole bunch of stuff. There's our arm. Now, I don't think this goes on any particular way. Pops on there like that. There you go. The hands look kind of oddly large, oddly kind of like too big. I don't know, compared to the rest of it at the moment, but we'll see if that changes. Any Gundams or mobile suits you would like to get as MG or MG Verka? I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, personally, like if I could have anything in the world, Rose and Zulu is one that I always mention. It's one that I would love to see. Hygog, another one. Realistically speaking, I think, and I'm gonna keep saying this until I will it into existence, but I swear, like, I'm not releasing like an MG GP01, MG Verka GP01, where it includes all the parts to make it either as the regular GP01 or the GP01 FB. I think that's just gotta happen at some point, because everybody pretty much knows that the GP series of MG kits could all really use a 2.0, and they're pretty popular mobile suits from a pretty popular series. GP01 has a couple of RG kits. They made it as 2 separate real grade kits, so I mean the popularity is there. I think it certainly could warrant a release as new MGs. So yeah, fingers crossed. Maybe, possibly at some point, someday we'll see that. I don't know exactly if it'll be exactly like kind of what I'm predicting, but it seems like a pretty logical way to release that. I mean, it could be like what they did for the XS, where they released it like the SXS as kind of a set. You know what I mean? But whether it would be a Verka or not, I don't know. I think it would be cool if it was. Seems like that would make sense to me, but because if I remember correctly, the RGs were based off of the Katoki design for those. Someone can price check me on that, but I'm pretty sure that was the case. So it would kind of make sense for the MGs to be just Verkas, just make the MGs also based on Katoki's design. You know, we see that with different Burkhas too, where they're like transforming suits like that. So for the DP-01, not exactly like a transforming suit, but I mean it has the like the core fighter gimmick, whatever, right? That I think would be well suited to like the style of Katoki's stuff. Boom, boom, boom. All right, the rest of the arm here. Let's see. Yep. Strive on. May the day be yours. Thank you. The day will be mine. Suddenly really craving some Japanese curry. Strangely. Which my wife sometimes makes at home, and it's been a little while since she's made it. And actually my son was actually just saying the other day too how he wants to have it, so I have a feeling that we might be having it soon. Both my son and I are both thinking about it. As the saying goes, di 계속 노래 부르면 만들어야 돼요, 뭐가. It's an awesome dream. Bandai or a third party, I'd take either one. Yeah. I mean, on the note of the DP-01, I think that comment was there. All right. Here on the front, we've got gold piece here. Silver piece here. And on the back side, another silver piece here. Another gold piece there. Silver piece here on the front. The gold piece on top. Silver piece here on the back. With another gold piece there. And the wrist joint part. You got the clear parts for this version too? Yes. That Paul? Yes, I did get the clear parts for this. I don't think that I'll be using them for like review purposes, just because that would require me, because I want to be able to show it like in its kind of like normal form. But And now I'd have to like disassemble a bunch of the kit. But I'll look at it. Never say never. It's just at the moment, I'm gonna say never. But I might change my mind. If I look at it and realize that, like, okay, these armor parts are actually designed in order to be like kind of easy to remove, which I do kind of get the sense that it's very possible that they are designed in that way, then in that case, I might just go ahead and try it out. Or maybe just like on one section of the build or something like that, I'll try putting on taking off some parts and putting on some parts, right? For the clear armor. For all these armor pieces here for the arm, I'm basically just kind of looking at the other arm that's already put together and just kind of in order to know where everything goes rather than looking at the manual. Okay, it all worked out. There's our other arm minus the hands. Let me go ahead and get that here real quick. It's going to be 20, 23, 20, 23, and 21. Interesting. Hello. Also, well, let's see. There's a few things here. Mine's still in pre-order, but it seems like a nice kit. Yes, especially if you ordered from here, it's still going to be in pre-order because we haven't got it in yet. This is just an early sample, just as a reminder. If you got it from like a different store, then if it's a different store here in the US, I would imagine it's the same case that they haven't gotten theirs in. I think it has released maybe in China or something, because I guess if some people are getting them, it might be that they've got it in China or something already, and I'm not sure about Songdongi, where he got his. I would guess his is also probably an early copy as well, not one that like he bought, but I don't know. I'd have to ask him. It's Gunpla Lab talking about. All right. Another hand. Hey. Wait a minute. Wait. Are these different? There are kind of slightly different ones, aren't there? Even for these parts for like the back side of the hand are going to be slightly different, huh? I didn't anticipate that. Hopefully that won't be too tricky to figure out. Like the pegs are like very slightly differently sized for some dumb reason. What's the point of that? Okay, arms done. Next, back. How are you today, mate? Oh, I'm good, thank you. I didn't see that part of the comment, sorry. Waist section. There is, well, I guess, two different options for the waist section. Model 1 and Model 2. Is there other photos showing that? Not really, because I don't really know which version to go for. Probably just Model 1, I guess. Oh, this is really cool too, by the way. They have artwork in here for the next that's going to be out in the line. I don't even think this is out for pre-order yet. They've got the artwork in here for what the next one's going to be. It does look pretty cool. There's sort of like a female kind of version, sort of basically of like, looks very similar to this one, but like a female kind of design. Trying to see what's different about the two different skirt setups here for this. What is different? I don't know. We'll put everything together and then we'll see kind of how it's going. I'm not sure about that. Like a PGU, Shining, and God Gundam. What about Tequila Gundam? Shining Gundam and or God Gundam would be cool. I think God Gundam, yeah, probably more likely. But can you imagine the wingspan on that in PG? I mean, I guess it wouldn't be like, certainly wouldn't be anything more extreme than the new Gundam for sure, but PG Nether Gundam, right? Oh, actually, something I forgot to do here real quick. Hang on. Switch. Bear with me a moment. What the heck? So I want to go here. So did you guys watch the Kelly interview that was posted yesterday here on the channel? Did you watch it? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What did you think of it? Waste. I have to imagine that this part of the build is not going to be too complex, but we do have those optional parts. So we'll see. I don't know what those option parts are all about. S. Okay, it's a gold piece. Saw the interview. Loved it. Okay. We need a Gundam base, Netherlands, that has a windmill right by it. That would be pretty based. Gundam base, Netherlands. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's likely to happen anytime soon, but I won't blame you for dreaming. That was a very satisfying snap there. Here. Ooh. Everything's snapping on this part of the build. I'm loving it. Except for this right here. It's not put together all the way. Not loving that. Wait a second. I think that's upside down. Very nice. Here. Top, looking good, looking good. Click. It clicked. Nice. Let's see. This part here. Okay. A couple of stickers, and now we're at the divergence point. 25. This one here, where we have to make a decision which way we're going to build this. So, did you guys figure it out? What's different about the skirt options here? If you guys did, you haven't let me know about it. Not that I've seen anyway. But eyeing this one, this is their first kit, right? No. So this is from the same company that made like those cat models. Where else is supposed to put this gold piece on here too, aren't we? Those like mecha cat model series. So yeah, they made those ones as well. Okay, so that's the base waist armor, and then we're supposed to add stuff to it here, depending on which version you're going for. So I'm gonna see what we're doing here with this. I don't know what's different about the different options we have for this, so I'm gonna see if I can't figure it out, and we'll decide on which one to use. So first of all, I don't even see these parts that I'm looking for here. Oh, maybe we'll do these other parts here first, perhaps. That. That one. Okay, got that. Oh, this is supposed to be ×2. All right, hang on. ×2 it here. That would be, where is that part? There it is. Here to support the goat. Oh, thank you. Right. Oh yeah. So anyway, so Mike, you were saying you're thinking about getting it and asking if this is their first one. So yeah, this is not their first kit, and okay. And yeah, I mean, just based on the cat series, which I built almost all of, not 100% all of them. I built most of them, and they were really, really fun, really nice kits. And so, having a similar experience with these ones too here so far. So far, so good. Except that, let's see. Well, okay, that's what I'm looking at here. Mm-hmm. click over here. Let me click here like that. Oh, I did have that wrong. Okay, maybe. No, it's just switched for some reason. That's for one side. Where's the other one? Other side should be like this. Oh. Oh no. Camera died. I'll get that in just a second. So, okay, I'm guessing we're gonna need that other set of skirt parts, probably just depending on how you have, on like if you're having the cloak attached to the waist section or not. Because it seems like basically it's just different sets of. Okay, this also times 2. It seems like it's just different sets of like connection parts for the side skirt armor. So yeah, I guess that's kind of all it really is here for this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put on what we've got here for option 1, which is kind of like the more simple setup, it seems, because it seems like then option 2 is for the it's for when you're attaching the cloak parts on. I think. We'll see. Set those aside for a second. All these little armor bits we're going to add onto there as well. I think the camera battery died here probably. I was 8 years old and it was a Rebel Tricolor Phantom F4E. I remember the scale. That was over 50 years ago. First Gundam back in 1985. It was a non-grade 144 scale. Zaku 3. Oh. That's kind of cool. I wonder how you even got that at that time. I mean, I'm sure like some of those were imported to the US, but I can't imagine a lot of them, unless like you took a trip to Japan or something as a young fellow. And got that. Okay, for this. Australian camera. No, it's not like poisoning me or biting me or anything, so I don't think it's an Australian camera per se. Probably would be easier to put these parts on if I didn't have the skirt or like this waist section already attached to the body. Like kind of arms are kind of getting in the way, but it's okay. Oh, yeah, I mean, definitely these are kind of in the way now. Wait a second. Something like that. Oh boy. Yeah, not easy to do when everything's all attached on here, I will say. maybe should have waited on this. Or let's see if... Okay, well that pops off of there pretty easy. It's probably a better idea. That. Okay. And then the manual doesn't say to do it, but I would definitely recommend to you guys when you're putting the skirt armor pieces onto like the skirt frame here, probably is kind of easier to just take some of this apart. Oh, phew. Is that? And now, well, what about this part? It's supposed to go on the back here too, I suppose. Oh my. Wait, there you go. You have like some option, you have some armor pieces you have to put onto this other bit of skirt armor here, which will be optional skirt armor for the back, actually. It seems, well, it's kind of like plugs into the back and then like wraps around the side. Oh, it plugs into the back and the side, actually. Would be the best way to describe it, because it's going to replace our current back and side skirt bits, which like the back skirt is just these like little thing there, and then the side skirt's just that little thing there. You're going to take off both of those and then replace that with this section, which will plug into there. And so yeah, I'm guessing that's just for like the kind of mode when you have the cloak and everything on there. So there's legs. Let's do it. Afternoon, Z-Man. Have you ever used super glue and baking soda on a kit before? I saw it mentioned in a Facebook Gunplay group recently. Apparently some builders prefer it over cement. Yeah. Yes, I have. Not with baking soda. Just regular super glue. And as a replacement for cement, yeah, it depends on the application. It's not really a replacement for like thin cement because it works differently. Thin cement is melting the plastic together, whereas super glue or just like regular hobby glue, modeling glue, is bonding the parts together without actually like melting the plastic together. So yeah, it depends on if you're talking about like as a replacement for thin cement. It's not that not that I know of, that I'm aware of, but as a replacement for just like regular like hobby cement, hobby glue, yeah, it can be. It would seem there's a lot of parts here for the legs, so I'm gonna take a little bit. Whew. Yeah, a lot of parts for the leg. Let's do it. So the larger armor pieces in particular, I know are going to be coming later, so I'm just going to go ahead and get those up to the side, out of the way. No, we're not going to be needing those at the moment. We are going to be needing this. Also try not to miss anything along the way, but it looks like the leg's going to go together probably very similarly, which makes sense. To the arm. There we go. Knew I could get it out. P is this interior part like this. That doesn't go there, it goes there. Or a thigh frame here. Ooh. Wait a second. Okay. I thought I missed something there. It's a different part. Okay. Got that. And then the knee joint, which is going to be this one here. Very kind of familiar, at least for the moment anyway. The leg frame is very familiar to like a kind of standard master grade type of leg frame construction here, so not really too unique at this point. Pretty familiar construction style. Would like those pressed together a bit more maybe, but that's okay, I think. Okay, that's that. This part is, let's see, T. It's going to be a gold part like that with a little red piece inside there. And that inside there. Hey! Don't want that gold part getting lost. Should make sure, because these parts look like they're like the same, but it's probably the case that they're not, so I should try to be a little careful. Make sure that I'm not getting anything mixed up, but I think we're all good. We are supposed to have some parts on top of there, though, of course. This and this. That, oh, it's times 4. Okay, so I was gonna say, hopefully that's just repeated. Got that here. And it's times 4, but I separated the legs for the right leg and left leg, so I separated them out. So I'm just gonna do 2 now. I'll have to do the other 2 when we get to the other leg. It's not on there all the way. And neither is that. There we go. These are going to be kind of little booster jets that kind of go on the inside of the leg here. So I had to put those together first, and we're not quite ready to put them into the leg yet, it would seem. So we're going to get this part here. That's another gold part on that. This being our ankle joint section, it would look like. So am getting, it would seem, let's see. Getting pretty lucky for the moment in finding, even though it's a bunch of parts here, and just kind of pretty quickly being able to find the parts that I need for every step along the way so far, which is good. Not having to spend a lot of time hunting for them. Of course, just as I say that, I can't find the part that I need. There we go. Oy. All right. So that's the ankle joint. So now we can kind of put this together. So we have this bit of construction we put together before. That's gonna go this. That's gonna fit into there. Where does this little guy go? Into there. These are gonna go here. This one down here. I can see there's gonna be a lot of moving parts here in the frame as it bends and flexes. Ooh. All right, I think we can close that up. That should be everything. All good. Okay. And put that part up inside there like that. All right. It's coming along. And this is all times 2, right? Yeah. Is that right? That looks kind of weird. Okay, that's better. Wasn't quite pushed down there all the way. All right, that's that. Pretty cool looking leg frame so far. Are you getting the DLK Hobby Streptopelia? Or did you get it already? I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna have to search that one real quick. Hang on. It sounds very funky. DLK Hobby. What is this? I think I remember, yeah. I think I remember seeing images of this. Is it new? Just like Googling it, it looks like there's quite a bit of stuff about it here. I certainly don't have it yet. It's very It's also called the Ikarugo sometimes. Yeah. Okay. I definitely don't have it yet. It's very possible that I will get one. Like that one will just show up in the mail at any point. That's very possible. Like a sample for me to build. I don't even know for sure. Like if we're getting it, like here, like US Gundam Store is gonna be getting and carrying it. I'm not sure. I was just looking like on Google. Some images of that. So, just like with the torso frame earlier. Oh, that's not right. Putting the leg frame here together with all these bits of metallic like gunmetal and gold parts here. This is going to be another section of the build that's going to look really nice. If you either leave some of the armor off or use some of like the clear armor for these parts. There's a lot of cool gold and gunmetal there. It's really nice. Yeah. One. A little bit of a gap there that I don't think is supposed to be there, but maybe it is. Oh, that's not right. Like, wow, how's that supposed to fit on there? There's no way. It's not the right part. Or was it? No, it's not. Okay. Here it is. And that gold part's probably going to fit on top of that. No, it's not. I don't know. Not at the moment, anyway. There's that. It's looking really, really good. I'd say the frame of the leg. It's gonna be painful putting the armor on to cover up all this. Hopefully not like with the torso. I mean, I'm just gonna assume so that I'm gonna try to leave a lot of this exposed and not cover up too much of it. There's just a lot of really cool detail here going on with this, like that. Okay, I got these red parts here. It's gonna be not part differentiating which one's which. Hopefully it's the case that it just won't fit on if I'm putting the wrong one on here. Okay, that's good. That's interesting. So you got these like little red vent detail parts here that kind of fit up into the like lower part of the calf there. Just kind of a cool little red bit of detail in there. Very nice. These little guys here, these little ball joint parts. Get up there. Yeah, it seems like for any of these like really teeny tiny parts like this, we've got extras of them. So like these, there's two. that are used here, like around the ankle, but we got 4 of the parts. And then it was the same thing with the elbow joints. Had these little tiny little parts here for like the parts in the elbow joints. Got extras of those, and then also extras of these tiny little double ball joint parts for parts in like the torso frame as well. So pretty cool. All right, so that's it for the leg frame. Well, there's also the foot frame, I suppose, but these bits here at the back will move up and down there like that. Very nice. This flap, in theory, yeah, should move as well. All right, foot frame. Let's do this. Got it. It's got the high heels, naturally, as any good mecha does. T20. Ooh. What's that? W on top of here. Is that? Wait. I missed something here. This part. So I'm a little worried. It seems like there might be a couple of parts that I missed. Might have to go back and see. Well, we'll see. Hopefully not, but kind of looks like that. That said, we still have all the whole next section like this. Pretty sure I was probably supposed to put on to the side of there at some point, but that's easy enough to figure out where that goes. Okay, now we can put on the armor. I'm not going to put the foot on quite yet, because I'm guessing that it might be a little easier to put the foot armor on while it's not attached. Just in case. That's kind of interesting. Interesting foot armor pieces there. It's odd. Okay. That should be further down on there, but I think I have that not in the right spot or something. Something's not right. Should be. I guess that's right. Just felt like putting this part here on the top of the foot, it seemed like that was not pushed on there all the way, but I think it is. I was just psyching myself out. Looking at it in the manual, it looks right, so okay. That's it for the foot. Okay. Oh, that's not right. Here it is. Thought that looked a little strange. For the leg armor, this big clear part there for the front. It's like a dark colored clear there. Very nice. And then, oh, so yeah, we got this legs first. Kind of doesn't really differentiate the left and the right side much. There's a couple of pieces here that are going to be different, it would seem. Can't see. That. Yeah, I think what I might do is use the clear armor for the other leg, because it's a lot of really cool detail. I feel like it's just going to be kind of a shame not to show that off. So I might go ahead and do that. You can still see like a lot of the detail and stuff. It's not completely covered up, but it's definitely going to be much more visible if you utilize the set of clear armor parts that you have for this. And again, just as a reminder, you don't have clear armor for the entirety of the kit. It is only for about half of the armor, I would say. Lift that up. Get this up inside there. It's going to be kind of tricky. Where's my tweezers? There we go. Oh, much better. And then this part here on the back. And that's it for the leg. Phew. That is pretty intense. Here we go. All right, let me zoom out a bit. You guys can see this a bit better. There's one leg. And yeah, I mean, you can still see a lot of like the little bits of gold and frame and stuff kind of peeking out there. The armor does cover it up quite a bit though. So I think it would be pretty cool to go ahead and use the clear armor for the other leg, maybe. In there. There's like one last little... Doesn't fit in there in a certain way, does it? No? Okay. It's not wanting to pop in though. Or maybe it is. Maybe that's it. Is there supposed to be a little bit of a gap? I don't think so. I'll wait till the other leg is on and see. It's not coming off, so I'm guessing that that's right. Except for the fact that it just popped off this piece here that's not supposed to pop off. Inside there. Now let's see if I can get it back on. Well, if I take that part off. Then we can get this part back on. I think. Like that. Okay. Alright, so maybe that's it. I feel like there's a little bit of a gap there where the peg for the hip needs to be pushed in just a hair more. But I think it's okay. Let's see if it says. Probably not going to mention anything about that here in the manual, but it might. Doesn't even show where it's plugging onto the body. Guess they figure that you just figure that out. Okay. All right. Well, there we have it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop here for now, just because I want to cut the armor pieces out to be able to use those for the other leg. So, I guess I can put the frame together for the other leg, but you guys kind of already saw that. There's still like all the cloak and everything as well, so I'll finish the other leg with the clear armor, put the cloak together, and then I'll work on the review for you guys in the near future. But so far, I mean, really impressive build. Very cool, and it feels pretty solid here too in hand. So I think this is going to be a really nice one. Let's see, like this leg. Ooh, got that creaking there in the thigh, but this separation here of the knee, all that bit kind of separating apart there. It's quite a lot. Pretty cool looking. Just a ton of little parts in there for that. Just kind of everything moves. So yeah, really impressive. Definitely quite large too. And I mean, I love this, the bend here for the like ab crunch there. It's really cool. There. Yeah, pretty good size too. It's definitely larger than like a standard 1/100 scale like Gundam kit. Let's see, it's going to be about, I can check the height here, about 24, almost 25 centimeters in height, which puts it, yeah, taller than like some of the tallest master grades would be like the Unicorn Gundam in Destroy mode. It's kind of on the high side. And I think the new Gundam's also similar as well, but this is taller than that. Certainly not anywhere near PG size, but definitely taller than the standard MG. So yeah, very impressive so far. I'm going to go ahead and work on finishing up the rest of this, and I'll have the review coming out for you guys very soon. But for now, thanks for hanging out, guys. Pretty cool build. Definitely very unique, very interesting. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Adios.